The first thing I felt wasn't pain. It was fear. Fear that my phone would ring. Because even as I sat there bleeding, shaking, barely able to breathe, I knew my son wouldn't ask if I was alive. And I was right. The screen lit up with his name. I answered slowly, my hands trembling, blood still drying on my skin. Before I could say hello, he shouted, "You're useless! You had one job. Do you enjoy ruining everything?" I stared at my arm, wrapped in a hospital bandage, still red underneath. 30 minutes earlier, I had been pulled out of a crushed car, and my own son was yelling at me for being late. That was the moment my heart broke in a way no accident ever could. I raised my son alone. His father left when he was still learning how to speak. No goodbye, no support, just silence. So I became everything: mother, father, provider, protector. I worked double shifts while he slept peacefully. I skipped meals so he could eat. I wore the same shoes for years so he could have new ones. I held him when he cried. I defended him when he failed. I told myself love meant sacrifice. I didn't know it also meant teaching him how to treat me. When he grew up, married, and had a child of his own, I thought things would change. I thought he'd finally understand me. Instead, I became convenient. Mom, pick him up. Mom, watch him. Mom, cancel your plans. No, please. No, thank you. If I hesitated, I was difficult. If I was tired, I was dramatic. Slowly, I stopped being a mother. I became a service. That morning, I left early. Like always. I even texted him. On my way, I'll be there early. Traffic was heavy. The light turned green. I moved forward. The truck didn't stop. The sound still echoes in my head. Metal tearing. Glass exploding. My body thrown forward. Pain everywhere. I couldn't breathe. Blood ran down my arm. And my first thought wasn't fear. It was guilt. I'm going to be late. The doctors said I was lucky. Concussion. Deep cuts. Severe bruising. Lucky. I sat outside the hospital afterward, dizzy, shaking, waiting for papers. That's when my phone rang. He didn't ask if I was okay. He didn't ask where I was. He yelled, "Other parents are staring at me. You always mess things up." I whispered, "I was in a car accident." There was silence. Then laughter. "You always exaggerate. Stop playing the victim." Then he said it. "You're useless." That word hurt more than the crash, because it came from the child I gave my life to. For the first time in my life, I didn't apologize. I didn't explain. I didn't beg. I said one word. No. Then I hung up. My hands shook. My heart raced. But the world became quiet. I thought about my birthdays spent alone. The holidays I wasn't invited to. The times I was only called when something was needed. I realized something painful. I had taught him this. By staying silent. By accepting disrespect. By believing endurance was love. 2 days later, he came to my house. When he saw the bruises, the stitches, the exhaustion, he went quiet. "What happened to you?" he asked. I looked at him and said calmly, "You already know." He blamed stress, work, life. I listened. Then I said, "I almost died, and you cared about being late." He had no answer. "I won't be picking up your child anymore," I said. "No more insults. No more control." He got angry, accused me of punishing his child. I stayed calm. "I'm protecting myself." He left angry. I didn't chase. I didn't cry. For the first time, I chose myself. Justice didn't come through revenge. It came through peace, through boundaries, through self-respect. I still love my son, but I love myself more. I survived a car accident, but the real survival was realizing that I mattered too. And this time, I chose me.